guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being so consistent. So first time voter here, and I'm on my way to do the registration process. So this is the first time in Liberia's history since we started doing elections that we're doing a biometric form of registration. So this is when you're able to put in your information online instead of doing it manually. And then when you get through, let it go fast. So when you get through putting in your information, all your details that are needed, details that I cannot mention right now because I have not done this process before. But once you're done filling in your details, then you're going to be sent a code. Once you get the code, then you can go to your voter registration center. You give the code, they do the QR, and they take your picture, and then you're already registered. But this process is going to be hard because a lot of people in Liberia, especially in rural areas, they don't know about the internet. They don't have phones to log in their data, so it is still very, very hard in Liberia. The turnout process, according to the Data Observer, because I wanted to be well informed before doing a video about this. According to Data Observer, they did a report on the start of the voter registration, and they said that the turnout was really, really low, and there are so many challenges that people have been facing since they started this thing in phase 1. So for those of you who don't know, the registration process is started March 20th and it's going to end in May. I think May 9th, if I'm not being wrong. I stand to be corrected. And then they have phase 1. So phase 1 is going to end on April 9, and phase 1 is dealing with 6 counties. The 6 counties are Monrovia, Bomi, Grand Cape County, Babolu County, and Grand Bassa County. And I am a part of Monrovia County, so I just want to get this over with before I go to attend my thesis class today. Now back to what I was saying about Data Observer. So according to Data Observer, some of the problems that people have been faced with since the election process started, one is the how time consuming the whole election is, the whole registration process. So people are going there as early as 8 a.m. Some people are going there as early as 6 a.m. to wait for NEC, for the people from NEC. But the people from NEC, sometimes they come late. And then even one incident in 72nd Junction, according to them, they said the government gave NEC, or NEC gave their, I don't know how they call them. Is it constituents? Is it registrators or whatever? NEC gave them solar power, right? No generator or anything. And then the solar power could not turn on the computers that they carry to register people. So a lady had to give them her generator, and then she had to buy gas. I mean, that is patriotic in itself, but it shouldn't have to be like that. They had time to prepare. They should have done better, but I'm glad that so far so good. The registration process is going smooth. It is smooth as possible. I have not been seeing a lot of report online about people being disruptive or stuff like that. Joe, there was this post on Facebook about how some guys were caught because they went to register the second time, not knowing that their fingerprint were already in the system, unlike the manual registration process. So let me take you along this journey. So this is my personal review of the voter registration process. So I left my house as early as 7 a.m. I got to the voter registration center, which is at Dixie Junction. I got there 7:45, and nationally, according to NEC, all of their employees should be there. All of the centers should start operating 8 a.m. So these people came like 9 before they started doing all of their stuff. They came 8, they did a setup, but then they said no voter registration cards. So we had to wait for like 9 a.m. to start. And then we had this long line. They were carrying 10 people in from the people who didn't register online, and then 10 people too from the people who register online. And it was just a hard process. It was really, really slow, but I just stayed through it. I got tired. I was hungry because I didn't eat in the morning. I left my house as early as 7 a.m. and I got so frustrated to the point that I started crying. I know it's funny, but then I finally got in the line and I was able to enter the hall. I mean, I really wanted to ask people some questions, but they were all angry and shouting. I was like, okay, no, please. So I finally entered the hall and I was able to do my registration. Don't mind my fingernails polished, but they put something on my hand, and I think that light they put on my hand is going to show it if I try to do it at another center, even though I already registered at my center. So so far, even though people were angry today, but they didn't resort to any violent act, and I think that is amazing. But I'm also hoping that next employees will be nicer and they will try to be there on time and really take their job seriously, because one of the ladies, she was the one putting in the information, and I tried explaining something to her because I didn't quite get it, and she just shrugged me off like I was like nobody to her, and it didn't really feel good. So yeah. Hey guys, so I just got through the process, and I'm sure up to this point you already know how the whole process went, so I'm not gonna go over it again. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the notifications bell. Also, if you're in Liberia, you're Liberian age 18 and above, please make it your duty. I know the process is hard, it's long unnecessarily, but please make it your duty to register, because your vote counts in deciding the next president of Liberia. So, and representative. So bye bye, love y'all.